Hello everyone, this is Gary Bennett at xCode. Welcome for our first class on programming Swift with playgrounds. And these are designed to be free, both live and recorded sessions, live through GoToWebinar and recorded through YouTube. So every live class is recorded. The advantage of attending the live classes is, of course, you can ask questions on any topic inside my book. And then each week, if you go to my website at xcelme.com and click on the free video section, you will see the classes and the topics what we're covering for that particular night. So tonight will be a makeup night because I was sick on January 12th with the flu. So tonight we're going to be doing both chapter 1 and more on Swift programming in basic and basic programming using Swift. So anyway, and then likewise, if you'd like to attend and take any of my classes, we have 6 courses, and each course has 8 classes that are at least an hour long on all the different topics that you need to get started using Swift. And right now we're in the 4th course, which is iPhone, iPad programming using Swift Part 1. And you can see all the courses under the course topic here that we cover. So anyway, just a little bit of background on that. All the classes are live and recorded as well. They're available on my forum, recorded, live through GoToWebinar. Once you purchase a class, you have access for both. And I never take away access. So you can take the courses as many times as you want. Typically, I reteach the course at least every 6 months. So they're always updated and current for the information that we're talking about. All right. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've taught probably over 250,000 developers how to write iOS applications previously before this year in Objective-C. Now we're using Swift because that's what everybody's using. It's a lot easier to learn, a lot easier to teach, and a lot easier to get up to speed and write great iOS applications. And this is, of course, my book, Swift for Absolute Beginners. I'll be going through the book, picking out a topic in that book for each chapter every Monday night at 5:30 Pacific time. And of course, if you like the book, I would appreciate you giving it a great review on Amazon. All right. So let's go ahead and get started about where we need to go to download xCode, get started with playgrounds, how to kind of get playgrounds up and running, and a little background on xCode. So for chapter 2, we can start writing a little bit basic application and know a little bit more about the integrated development environment. So if you haven't already, you need to go to your Mac App Store and download the latest version of xCode. It is a free download, and anytime it gets updated, you get it. It includes both xCode, Objective-C, and the iOS SDK, as well as all the other SDKs that you need to write, iWatch, HealthKit, all the other applications out there that you may want to target within the iOS family and Mac OS X family. So anyway, go ahead and download this. It's a free download. Once you download it, you can go ahead and get started by starting your first project. And to do that, when you launch it, you're going to get a screen that looks something probably like this. File, new, project. Okay. And we're going to start a playground here. So we're going to do file, new, playground. And when you bring up the app, you're going to get, for the first time, you're going to get a selection that will look very similar to this. And we're going to want to start a playground. Now, what a playground is it's sort of a skinny down version of xCode. It's still the same syntax. It's the same language. It's just that it's more of an interactive development environment for us to learn in without having to learn all of the IDE specifics just to be able to get our compiler to run and build and to do an iPhone application. So I'm just going to call this one My Playground. I'm going to select platform is iOS. And I'm just going to put a place to put it here on the desktop. Okay. So here I have my first application, first playground application, if you will. All right, it's within our IDE. And the nice thing about, like I said, with Playground is it allows you to see things as you do it. Now, it's not fully interactive, meaning that as you're writing code, you can't stop it and ask for a value to pick like a random number, to guess a number between 0 and 10. You can't do that yet. Maybe later on in the next versions they'll have that, but we currently don't have that. So as you do things, here's the results are automatically updated. So for example, if we had a var, made another variable, we'll talk more about what var means and let means here in our next session. But let's say we did a var I is equal to 5. Okay. And now let's say we did a print line I. We see our results. And as soon as we change them, so if I did I is equal to I plus 3, everything gets updated real time. Okay? So what I'd like you to do for chapter 1 in my book and for this section is make sure you've downloaded xCode. You can start a new playground and you can interact with it, at least with what I showed you in this particular section. Now, for the next session, I want you to have read chapter 1 where we can talk more about what objects and methods properties are within the object programming language syntax and definition. So make sure you're up with that. We'll start chapter 2 here in about 4 minutes. And then every Monday night live at 5:30 Pacific time, we'll be doing these. So if you want to attend live, great. And if you want the recordings, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. As soon as they're posted, you'll get notified with the live session when it's recorded. Anyway, and then for those of you that are attending live, I will stop the recording and you can ask questions through your GoToWebinar control panel in the questions panel. Thanks everybody for attending. Good night.